Alright guys, so I'm recording this one right after the one about being back, and I wanted to give you my opinion about why MMA hasn't seen more Wing Chun or is not used as much. And I agree with a lot of postings out there where they talk about how Wing Chun doesn't have a place in MMA to a certain extent. You're not going to fight the traditional Wing Chun with the square feet and the position like this. From experience, I've tried it when I'm sparring, and that's why I wanted to spar at my age, is to test it. And honestly, when I'm like this, unless I'm up close, it doesn't work. And that's what Wing Chun was designed for, is up close, in a bathroom, in an elevator, in an alley. You know, in China, and those areas are very narrow areas, and that's what Wing Chun was developed. Also, it was developed by a woman, so it's a lot of deflecting. So where I consider that Wing Chun is usable, right when you're against the cage, or right when you're up close. If you're throwing a punch, the other guy's throwing a punch, and you avoided it, you slipped it, or you blocked it, and you're there close, that's where Wing Chun is used. When you're up close, face to face on the cage, you know, yes, some elbows, but some trapping is good. Some, you know, Wing Chun movements are very good when you're that close. Again, I don't think it's usable further back. I'm a very proponent of kicks. I don't think the kicks are used enough. Jones, Roy Jones, he kicks, and Silva too, Anderson, they do that inside oblique frontal kick. That's a Wing Chun kick, and all due respect for them not to use it as damaging as it can be, because that's a knee kick, and that could be, really, you can destroy that knee. And from what I've seen them use it, they go for the thigh. It hurts, but it's not devastating. And again, kudos to them for consciously or unconsciously or subconsciously doing it. JKD, I practiced JKD for a long time, and they do a lot of kicks. Bruce Lee talked about the kicks, and if you notice the guys that are kicking a lot, those thighs will hurt, and you don't risk coming in or, you know, getting a punch. You doing, you know, 5, 6, 10 kicks to the thigh, good ones, and they'll start affect the other person's mobility and how they have to then switch to the other stance, which is also something that I'm a big proponent on, training both sides. I did a Wing Chun JKD, which teaches you to have your strongest hand up front, but to my detriment, I didn't practice enough with orthodox. So, you know, I'm right-handed, but I fight better left-handed, and so I tried my sparring sessions to do more orthodox stance to force myself to do it. So again, those are my takes on why Wing Chun is not and should be more used more in MMA. I know I'm gonna get a lot of comments. You know, it's my view. Doesn't mean that it's the view or the option for everybody. Just another option. Also, if you guys have noticed on sparring videos, I train and I make my partners train with socks, not only for the health issues, you know, being a clean mat and not as much sweat, but also to train balance. If we can move, throw kicks and all of that without slipping and falling with socks, we're much better without it. So again, that's my take, my point of view, and that's why I asked my sparring partners to do that, and they've seen the difference. Maybe I'll do a short video with them, at least with Ethan, my son, who's been coming often. The other ones, I don't know if they'll ever come back, but about using the socks and seeing the difference about it later on. So again, thank you, and I'll see you later on all the posts.